Hello everybody. Now I'm going to show you how to paint your rims. Now my rims are silver and I want to make them black because black will look so much better with this yellow car. And today I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to make that happen. So first up is cleaning those rims spotless. You don't want any dirt or anything on them. You just gotta clean them really well. Now I recommend to use a degreaser to take off all the oil off those rims. Once you do that, you can start sanding your rims. Now I use 350 grit paper all around my rim, and I started to sand. You know, I did the corners, the edges, everything I could. Now I would not recommend going down past 300 grit paper because you get some pretty deep scratches in the rim. That's why I use 300 and up. Right here what I'm showing is the curve damage that was from the previous owner. So you want to sand that very well to make it nice and smooth, so when you paint it, it comes out perfect. Now I also do the inside of the rim. I highly recommend to use gloves when you sand in your rims. Not to touch them at all. You don't want never to touch them. Once you start sanding, you grab it by the tire, you pick it up, put it down. You just don't never want to touch them. Once you are done sanding, what you want to do is get that dust off. So if you have an air compressor, I highly recommend to use that. In this case I'm using a blaster since I don't have an air compressor that's working right now. Now for step 3, 4, and 5 we're gonna be using a primer, a color paint, and then your clear coat. Now for some endurance you definitely want a monster because it's going to be a long process. Before you can primer, you gotta tape up your tire so you don't get no primer on it or paint. Primering your tire is very easy. What you want to do first is definitely get the edges and hard curves first, and then your flat bases. You also want to do the inside of the rim. After the priming, what you want to do is start sanding the primer again. You really want to sand like the curve marks from the curve really well to get it nice and smooth. At this point you should never touch the rim with your bare hands. It is very crucial not to do that. You want to let it dry and then resand any kind of deep curve marks or anything, but not sanding it too hard. What you want to do now is paint the rim whatever color you want, let it dry, and repaint it. So you put in 2 coats on the rim. Once the rim dries, you want to put some clear coat on there and then let it dry and put another clear coat on there. Once you let it dry, you should see that your rim is perfect. As you can see, I also put some gold lugs on there and it matched the car real well. I'm also putting a yellow trim on the tire. Since it didn't come in yet, I'm gonna do that in another video. I will be putting out a lot more videos of what I am going to do to my RX8. So if you like what you see here, please like, favorite, and subscribe to my channel.